your first thing you should do whenever you get on duty for the day is you should come to the armory and ensure that you are throwing out anything that is old, making sure you are fully equipped and prepared to do anything. And the most intense call is going to be a full-on shootout, which is why the first thing I noticed is that you didn't have enough magazines, taser prongs, armor plates, etc. Okay.
See.
Now, second thing you do after making sure that you are stocked up is you will reload both your firearm and your taser. And the reason you do that is because you may not remember if the night before you were in a scene and got shot down or something, and you don't know for 100% certainty that everything you have is full, okay? So once that's done, then the next thing I do is go ahead and take stock of, like, you know, anything else I do. Am I hungry? Am I thirsty? Do I have food and water? Typically before going on shift, I will go buy, like, you know, 10 to 12 bags of chips or energy bars and water. I saw that you have those. That's good. So next step is hello. You're aware on how to attach yourself to a unit, correct?
See, to the dispatch, where I remove mine and I go under a superior.
Okay. If there is a dispatch available, they will do that for you, okay? So what you're going to do right now is you're going to get on main frequency. You're going to announce yourself 41, and then you're going to say, dispatch, show your call sign operating under 178.
859, 1041. Dispatch, can you show 859 under
178?
Under 178, please.
85.
Perfect. Okay, so now they will do that for you. This is a good thing to get in the habit of, because if you are communicating with dispatch and you are informing them that you are riding with someone, they are then aware that they have a doubled up or tripled up unit, in our case with Peters. So what that allows for is them to more accurately dispatch you to appropriate calls. So if someone on a different call needs a doubled up unit or a tripled up unit or whatever, they are able to more readily, you know, recommend you.
Oh, interesting. Can you,
as opposed to you doing it yourself and then they don't know, right?
Can you repeat your call sign that we're going to be under?
178.
Okay, so throughout the day, any call outs we make over the radio, we'll be referring to it as 178.
Correct. You refer to yourself as the unit you are in as a car when you are on normal patrol, mobile. If, however, you break off into a foot pursuit, you will then use your individual call sign. Okay. Because as on the foot pursuit, you are sometimes split from the people you are riding with, and you are no longer operating as a unit in that scenario. So if I break out in a foot pursuit and I tell you and Peters to get out and I'll stay mobile, you will then call out your call sign. Okay, so 859 pursuing number 2 female with the backwards red hat. And then you will give comms proceeding from that point about where you are, what direction you're facing, etc. The reason for that is dispatch now knows that if you know, they see someone, you know, alpha, they don't have to look to see, you know, who alpha'd where, because they already know that you were the one giving comms, not 178 but 859.
What is alpha? I thought alpha just means 8.
So alpha would be a 13 alpha or 13 bravo is when we are incapacitated on duty. So for shorthand, sometimes people will say if you alpha or if you bravo.
Oh, interesting. So usually the 13s and the 78s, 77s go together?
So 13 bravo is 77s to secure the injured officer. Bravo means it is a non-emergency, meaning they ejected from their car or something. It was not a violent action. If it is a violent action, meaning someone else caused you to go down, and your perception is that it was either done intentionally or in such a reckless way that you believe there to be a further danger to others and yourself, then you will alpha. That is very important. So when you go down, you are the person who determines what the police response will be. And it is very, very important that you recognize the difference between those two. So when you go down and someone has shot you, you must alpha. You do not bravo if someone shoots you. If someone stabs you, knocks you out, punches you, all those things, you must alpha. Because that is the only way PD knows to go to that scene and expect to, no problem, to expect, you know, violence or hostility or a serious situation. If you bravo, you are causing PD to not treat it as seriously as it may need to be, which may cause other people to become attacked or incapacitated.
See.
Okay, so now that you have attached yourself as a unit and declared yourself 41, we are now going to go get mobile. And we're going to go up to Sandy, and I'm going to go over some basic things with you. We will take a CVPI to do this because that's what you'll be driving mostly as a cadet and as a PPO. So we'll have you grab a CVPI, we'll take the Scout, and we'll take 2 cars up to the Sandy Airfield, okay?
Oh, beautiful. See,
All right, let's go do that.
the CVPI is the Crown Victoria.
Correct.
What is the PI stand for?
Crown Victoria Police Interceptor.
Oh, interesting. So interceptor. Are there other interceptors that are not CVs?
So interceptor is a colloquial term that is sometimes used for what would be considered like advanced police pursuit cars. So people might call them the interceptor or an interceptor, and they may be referring to like, you know, one of the more expensive cars that we do not have access to yet.
Okay, it's like the cavalry.
Correct. So go ahead and grab a CVPI from the shared lot here. Dispatch show 178 taking Cadet 859 to Sandy Shores Airfield for some training. We will be 10-7 for probably 20 mics.
176 latest 911.
We need 77 latest 911. No, so I see a DOC blip there.
10-4, 805, 76.
Just a bit of context. Bobby Charles was actually on Vespucci. He's on the radio with someone, and then he was like 78s at the clothing store. So he put himself over there. I guess one of his friends is in trouble.
Bobby Charles is
all right, go ahead and follow me, okay?
Okay.
4.
71 10 12 for this 911.
This is not a no. Declan got promoted to senior, and Declan was given FTO tags. We're not, you know. Basically, I talked to Archon, and I was like, look, I'm, you know, basically sacrificing a lot of Declan's like character role play to focus more on, you know, providing help to cadets and mentoring them. So, you know, I'd appreciate just being able to do that and not have to go through like, you know, a bunch of hoops and, you know, stuff, because it's not, you know, it's not helpful to anybody. I just need to start, you know, just training these guys.
All right, can we get a? We'll start getting people's statements then.
I get to roll in.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to roll in. I'm gonna talk to Kyle Pred. If y'all could go, please provide medical here and just provide some pressure while EMS comes in. I'll handle Kyle Pred.
It's Grigory Peppo. GRIGORYPEPPO. Just Gregory Peppo, but Grigory instead of Gregory. It's an I instead of an E. Oh, it's just Peppo now. Well, that's even fucking easier. PEPPO. There you go. His Discord is still Grigory Peppo. Dispatch, show 178 transitioning to channel 4 with Cadet 859 for 10-7 training in Sandy, 20 mics.
Dispatch copy.
Okay. Jump on channel 4 if you're not already on there.
See, already on there.
Okay. So the first thing I want to do is to make sure that you are all clear, and I know you went through this in Academy, but again, I'm just double checking because I do this to everyone. I want you to stay there with the car. I want you to have your radar up, and I want you to run my plate and tell me who it comes back to.
plate comes back to Aldo Jackson.
Okay. And now I want you to clear your radar. So use the muscle that you set up to clear your radar. Okay. Now I want you to run the plate when I'm behind you.
Aldo Jackson.
Okay, 10-4. Now, I want you to take that plate number and I want you to flag it. And I want you to flag it as cash exchange and then your call sign and the date.
Now that I don't know how to do.
Okay, this
You
is
mean
why
just-
we
you
this
mean
is
just
why we
over-
do this. So you're
just
going
over
to
the radio?
think
You
about
want me to
no
call
no
it
you're
out?
going to think about flag plate. And then you are going to enter the plate number as well as the description. Yes, I will be around tomorrow from like 7 Eastern, Walnut.
Is there a preference for caps lock? You know, no caps.
Nope, personal preference.
Okay, done it.
Okay.
Okay, now I have the description. So flag plate, the license plate number, a description, and
Oh, that's not right.
the cash exchange.
36E0 VV. Wait, what? VVOW? What? Hold on. No, you can just write cash exchange, your call sign, the date. 46EOVVOW. Bro, what?
Oh,
46EOVV0W. There we go. Jesus.
Un momento, I'm gonna have to do that over.
That shit is fucking annoying. Oh, there we go. I can see it better. Like, dude, it looks the same. Fuck you. That looks identical. Fuck you. They are not both zeros. It's an O and then a 0. That looks identical. All right, tell me when you're done.
See, 1 sec.
But yeah, this kind of shit is important. This is because guess what? You could have that guy out on duty, right? And you would assume he went through, you know, he went through academy. He must know how to flag a plate, right? And what do we find out? They didn't teach him that. He doesn't know it.
Okay, done.
He's been flagged.
Okay. So I hate to tell you this, and this just sucks, but zeros and O's look very, very similar. So you probably flagged the wrong plate. The first one is an O, the second one is a 0. So try again.
I think I did do the first one as an O. and the
You did
second one as-
4-6 Echo Oscar VV. So Victor 0 Walter.
See?
It is not flagged.
Okay, I put the description on the same plate that the plate was. Is that wrong? I think that's what I
Description goes down in the second box.
did wrong. Okay.
They are not both 0. God damn it, chat. Look. Aldo Jackson. The first one's an O, the second one's a 0. I don't know why it doesn't have the strike, but it's annoying as fuck.
Okay, that should have done it.
Perfect. Okay. So now I want you to run the plate and you should see the description you just entered.
See, I see it.
And
That's
it should like ping to you, right? You should get like a response because it's a flagged plate. You understand? Now
it
that
says
plate
it's,
is now going to be locked. Okay, do you understand that?
See,
So if I pull off away from you and now you run the plate as if I was in front of you, what it's going to do, it's not going to run the car. It's going to spit out what you have. Don't look at me. Don't look at the car. Just stay facing forward. If you just use the muscle to run the plate forward again, it's going to print out what is already locked in there. See that?
okay, so I need to clear it every time.
So every time you have something that exceeds your fast limiter or you scan a flagged plate, you need to manually clear it. In fact, I double tap it just to make sure afterwards.
Okay, okay.
Otherwise, you will do what a lot of people do, which is they will be in a chase. They will have a flagged plate or a locked plate from a previous chase at a very high speed. They will go to run the plate in front of them, and it will come back to the other car, and they won't realize until later, and then they don't have the actual plate read they need. Okay. So especially when people are going very, very fast, or it is a flagged plate, you need to be very careful about clearing before you run.
Okay.
All right. So next step now I want you to unflag the plate. This is going to be roughly the same idea, except you're going to think about unflagged plate and then just put in the plate number. There is no like dialog box on the dashboard.
Okay.
It's been unflagged.
Perfect. Okay, and now when you run the plate when I'm in front,
Unable to hear.
now run the plate when I'm in front of you, and does it come back flagged or not?
Nope, it comes back not flagged.
Good, which means you cleared properly. Okay, perfect. So that is using your radar. Now, second step to understanding your radar. There is a menu on the dashboard, so you can customize how your radar works. You access that by having the radar open, and then, you know, pressing the M key on the dashboard there. So in that menu, you will have options. Most of them you should just leave how they are until you get like way more accustomed to how you want to do things. However, there is one thing that I prefer changing myself, which is the fast limit. You see that?
See.
So the fast limit is important because that is what tells your radar. We just got scouted by those guys dealing drugs on motorcycles. What that tells your radar is to only lock a plate that exceeds a certain speed limit. So what you want to do is you want to set your fast limit. For me personally, I usually set it to around 90 for the highway because that's speeding and no locals go over 90. However, if I'm in the city or somewhere, I keep it around 80. So 80 is my like cruising amount, because I generally don't care about second and third degree speeding tickets. I typically only really bother if it's first degree speeding, and first degree in the city is 85. So I set my limit to 80, and that allows me to really, you know, catch plates and lock them that are going at a speed I consider, you know, worth of dealing with, right?
See.
But you can set that all yourself.
So if this is 80, that means that if anyone exceeds 80, it'll automatically...
It will lock that plate until you clear it. Now, it will not keep that if someone then in a different car exceeds that speed. So it will lock the highest speed that is over the limit you have put. That is, you know what I mean? So
Okay,
if you put it at 80 and I run by you at 95, it will lock my plate. If someone then runs in front of your car at 110, it will lock their plate.
See, okay.
Until you clear it.
So that fast limit, it does it on its own. It's an automated thing. If anyone
Correct.
goes over, I don't have to direct my car point. What if
Correct.
it's behind me?
It will also handle behind you.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
That is how you run traffic on the freeway, basically, or any traffic stop, right?
See.
You will set up your fast limit. You will position your car so that either your front or your back is positioned to catch vehicles going in the directions of travel you're looking for. And then when you hear a beep, that means that something has exceeded your fast limit and the plate has been registered.
Okay, so the beep lets us know if we're being distracted and we're in a we hear the beep.
Correct.
We know a car has just been flagged over the limit.
Affirm.
Amazing.
Okay, now we are going to work on something that is, again, pretty basic, but I want to make sure you understand it. Are you aware of the locked storage in your vehicle?
See.
Okay, so I do not want you ever putting spike strips, guns, tasers, any kind of PD equipment in the glove box or the trunk of your vehicle. You have a locked storage for a reason, okay?
Okay.
Now, as a cadet, one thing you need to remember is you will most often be driving shared vehicles like the one you're in now. Before you leave MRPD, and obviously I didn't have you do this time, but in general, when you're alone, when you become a PPO, one of the first things you will do when you get into your car before leaving MRPD is you will check the glove box, the trunk, and the locked storage. People leave random shit in these cars. They leave guns, drugs, you know, blood evidence, casings, anything, okay?
See, this one has 1,500 and 2 barriers, wooden barriers.
There you go. So again, very important that you secure the vehicle you're in. You understand what's in the trunk, what's in the glove box, what's in the locked storage. All right, so now that you understand how to run radar, you know how to get on duty, you know what your pocket should look like, you know how to assign yourself on duty, and you know how to run, you know, your ALPR and all that. The next step is actually going to be driving the car.
What's ALPR?
Automatic license plate reader.
Okay.
That is the thing in the front and back of your car that picks up the plates and attaches to your radar readout. Okay. I want you to get out. Get into the passenger seat. Okay. I'm now going to demonstrate to you some very basic concepts of driving that you will use in almost every pursuit.
Okay.
So, the first thing to understand at a very basic level is something called a racing line. Has this ever been explained to you before?
See, I had a little minor obsession with rally racing for a
Okay,
time.
so you understand apexes and all that kind of stuff.
To a degree, in
Okay.
a very
So,
in a very
so we
rudimentary way.
use this this airfield as a good training tool to learn racing lines and apexes. Because my push to talk is easier to be on radio. So, for example, when you are approaching a turn like this, okay, that is what would basically be almost a 45-degree turn, okay.
See,
The way that people will get away from you is they will maintain more speed when exiting the turn. So what that means is that the more that you lose speed in the turn, the more that they will gain distance on you. And some people, if they notice that they are better than you at making these turns more consistently, they will just drive in circles around a city block until, you know, you VCB, basically.
see,
So your goal is to practice maintaining speed. The way you maintain speed through a turn is you will essentially take the it's the most efficient angle through the turn. So the inefficient angle would be to drive straight in the middle of the road, hard brake when you get to the point where you should be going into the other turn lane, and then turning at a 45-degree angle just like the road is, right? This is the inefficient way to take these turns. This causes you to lose a ton of speed because you're braking, and it causes you to have to essentially sacrifice your ability to pursue because of the way you are handling the turn. The efficient way to take the turn is to go ahead and position yourself so that you can keep the car as straight as possible at all times. So essentially, when you're going through a turn, if you hug the center, the car cannot remain straight, because to make the left turn at that 45 or even 90-degree angle, you have to completely reposition the car. However, if we start on the very outside edge of the turn, and then we angle our car gradually towards the apex of the turn, which is this right here, right? See how we go outside in,
see,
and the car remains straight, and we're going to then try to manipulate that again, so we end up on the outside here. So the reason why this airfield is good for training this is because it will allow you in a safe environment to get up to speed and then attempt to do the outside maneuver that I'm talking about. So see how I'm going to go outside, I'm going to come here, and I'm going to gradually turn, and the second I hit the apex, I'm back on the gas. All right.
any brake at all?
So the CVPI is a special beast of a car. Typically, the CVPI hates braking on turns. What the CVPI really likes is if you engine brake. Engine braking is when you do not press the actual manual brake, but you let off the gas and just allow the car to decelerate naturally.
Interesting.
So
okay.
going into these turns, I may tap the brakes a bit to get the car to a point where it is at the right velocity that I want. But when I make the turn, I am aiming for engine braking as much as possible in the CVPI. So like as follows, and I'm trying to not have the tires screech. I'm trying to drive as gradual as possible. And so the more you're sort of like steering the wheel in an incremental fashion, as opposed to drastically sort of like slamming it into your turn, the more you will maintain speed, right? And the more you will you'll do better. Now, in order to maintain this speed, what you want to focus on, there's a couple things for pursuit driving. You are always trying to keep eyes on the subject, right? And they may be ahead of you in the turn. So imagine there's a guy in front of us and he's already made this turn and he's now making the secondary left turn as we're coming into the first one. So what you're wanting to do is to sort of lean your head, you know, around the turn. Does that make sense? So you're looking ahead to where he's going to be as opposed to where you are currently. And that'll help you not only as a driver, but also as a passenger to anticipate directions and all that kind of stuff. So that would be the first thing, is just maintaining speed. So let's have you get in the driver's seat. And, you know, if you spin out, that's fine, because I'm going to teach you some things that have to do with that and controlling the car. But let's try to, you know, just drive around in this direction, in these circles, and maintain speed through the turns as best you can, and just keep momentum, just keep going. Good. And you'll learn how the CVPI feels. It is very boaty. It is very sluggish through turns, but if you baby it and you use engine braking correctly, you should be able to maintain speed. Turns like this are gonna be more difficult. As you'll see, you're probably gonna either not make the turn or slide out there, right?
See, I missed the apex there properly.
Yeah. So when it comes to those tighter turns, you're gonna need to swing out wider, and then your entry angle needs to be like more thought out, right? Whereas here you can get away with a little bit more because there's more berth on the exit.
So in the turn coming up, you didn't brake at all?
No. So what I do here is that right around this bush, I'll tap the brakes a little bit. I'll go wider, so you're not going really wide enough, because you're going to make a more drastic left turn once you get to that apex. So once I get to that bush, I'll kind of tap the brake a little bit to get the right velocity, go super wide, and then come in a different angle to attack the apex of that turn, so I can continue going towards the west. Didn't come in enough on the apex there. You maintained more speed, but it needs to be somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
But that was better. So here you're gonna swing out wide after this bush. Yep. And now you're gonna, nope, not wide enough. So you see how wide I'm telling you? You need to get to the edge of that other roadway. Yeah, you can hear the tires screeching. The CVPI is, yeah, it's very, very easy to do that.
So the screech is indicative of bad driving?
That means you're losing speed. So here, all the way out to the right, and then all the way into the apex. So you didn't come in far enough, right?
Okay. It's starting to make a little more sense now. Okay.
All the way out and then all the way in.
Apex and the exit apex?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. No, a little too slidey. You were maintaining keeping the car straight a lot more.
It is okay to sacrifice speed in the entry to gain more acceleration on the exit. So here, yeah, you still didn't go wide enough. That was better, but still not wide enough. I'll tell you when, but you need to basically go out and in as much as you can. Maximize the roadway. Use everything. Because criminals will, right? And we have to follow them. So here, that's good. A little better. You can still maximize a little bit more, but that's like, you know, you're doing passably enough, right? Okay, so here, get all the way out to the right here. Now come all the way into the left. And now accelerate. There you go, right? So you want to maximize that angle. And the more you get comfortable with doing that, the more you'll be able to gun it earlier and earlier. And you'll know exactly the point at which you can get back on the gas. And you'll feel yourself, as you get more skilled at this, you'll feel yourself catching up on people. Because you're doing the turns more efficient than they are, right? Now, some people, they're going to be always more efficient than you, and you're just going to be behind constantly. It's just how it is. Here, yep.
Aye.
Yeah,
That was
a
bad.
little too hot, but you're getting the
I
idea, right?
See. I was a little too rambunctious over there.
Okay, let's do a couple more laps, just practicing this sort of, muscle memory.
Aye.
You're good. Just keep up focus. Your exit there, even though you weren't happy with it, was about 5 to 10 miles an hour faster than when you started. So here, tap the brakes a little bit, get to the exit. Now come into the apex. Yeah, in. There we go. Yeah, see, you're about 5 to 10 miles an hour faster there. Good, you're maximizing. You could have gone wider, but you're still maximizing the road, right?
See.
And guess what?
Okay,
Now
I
your
think-
speed is 80 coming out of that as opposed to 75. You're getting faster and faster.
I think you've just made NASCAR really interesting to me.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean
that
this.
was-
Yeah,
that
so
was
yeah.
terrible.
Okay,
Okay.
so now
You know,
stop the car.
it's hard.
I'm gonna teach you
It's-
something.
Okay.
Okay, let's swap out. Didn't need that door anyway. Okay. All right.
Instinctively,
so
you think going into the turn faster is better, but
no, it's not. Yeah, you want
it's hard to override those
to
instincts.
you want to go into the turn controlled, and obviously you can minimize and maximize every portion of this, right? So the best drivers will be able to go into the turn like in this specific thing, and I'm not kidding. I know this sounds absurd. The best drivers in the city can do this loop at around 85 miles an hour.
Really? So about
Yeah.
20 miles faster than myself.
Correct. Now, some of that is because, they're just better at handling the car and they know how to min-max everything. But, at a very basic level, you should be able to maintain like 70, 75. So, let's talk about what happens if you are at super high speeds. I'm just going to go back and make sure that nobody's fucking with our car. It's still there.
Oh,
There's no fucking way.
do the locals ever just valet your car?
Sometimes, yes.
There is no way. There is no absolute way.
I think it probably just poofed, which is what happened last time.
It has to, because we kept turning around and facing this way. We would have seen it.
Yeah, there was not enough time for that to disappear like that. Okay, so here's what I wanted to show you next. So when you are driving a car, in a CVPI in particular, CVPI has a tendency to fishtail and lose traction. See this? I'm making it spin out intentionally just by, we're only driving like 60 miles an hour and I'm taking pretty gradual turns and you can still hear that wheel spin, right?
See.
It's losing traction in the back, okay? So the question is, you go like this. Okay, and let's say you come across a turn and you take it way too hot, and I'm intentionally gonna spin myself out, okay? God, this car is actually like slow enough that it's actually hard to make it realistic. Okay, so I'm coming in on this turn, right? So let's say I'm here, and let's say I come into this turn and I start to spin out. I'm just gonna get to an actual high rate of speed, and let's say I spin out like this. Okay, do you understand do you know the concept of counter steering?
See.
Okay, so when you're stationary, and let's say we're attempting to box this bush, the one right in front of us right now, and let's say the other side of it is a wall, and the other bush is another car in front of it. So we're trying to box the back and this left side. So what I would do is I would come in like this. I would use the front of the car to basically try to keep them in position like this. Right? My front right quarter panel will be touching them. Now the problem is they can scoot out the back, right? So what do? I turn the car in position and I handbrake, turn the car like that. Do you know how to do that?
With the handbrake?
Or not with handbrake, but you can do both ways. Handbrake is if you have speed, okay? So let's say without the handbrake, I'm just doing it like this. Okay, you're holding gas and brake in the direction counter to the direction you want it to turn, right?
See.
So
See, that I know. That I
Yeah,
know.
so this is what you're doing when you're in place. So the same concept is how you secure the car when you're spinning out on the road. So what happens is let's say
Oh,
you spin out and you go like this, and your back end spins out to the right like that, okay? So how would I stop that from happening? Well,
So you're telling me you're doing the same thing as you did back there? While moving fast?
correct. So check this
Holy
out.
moly.
So let's say I intentionally cause the car to spin out by going at a high rate of speed.
No way.
And then I'm going to pull the handbrake. I'm going to pull the handbrake. Okay. And I'm going to go, and I'm going to fishtail out. And the way that I corrected that was I did the same thing, just in the opposite direction as we did was when we were stationary. Right? Because think about it. If you're stationary and you get the car to flat spin like this, you're hitting the gas and brake, and you're causing the back tires to not be able to move, except to turn with the front tires, right?
See.
So if you're driving super fast and the back end spins out, the way you would counter it is by the same thing. See? So I'm doing the same thing, but just while moving and against the direction the car is spinning out. So if it starts spinning like this, I go like this, and the car rights itself forward, right? If I go like this,
yeah, amigo, that is
and then I go like this, you see?
impressive.
So
you're
the car
actually pulling that off in like the heat of the moment when things are tense and going fast.
Yeah, so sometimes when you're going like, 140, 150, and you start to feel the car spinning out, the only way to save it is to do what I'm telling you. Because normal turning, normal counter steering will not do anything. It won't stop it. So here we're going 100, right? We spin out, watch. So
wow.
So I'm
that is incredible.
So you're shifting, you're shifting your feet so that you're hitting the gas and the brake and the direction opposite of the way the car is sliding out. So if the car's rear end kicks out to the right, the car is turning to the left technically, right? That means that if the back end goes right, the car's turning left. So you're going to hit gas, brake, and you're going to turn the steering wheel to the right. So same concept here, right? Thank milk bags, appreciate it. Same concept here. We're sending it right. We get up to speed. I'm going to do it the other direction this time. See? So you're forcing the back end of the car to get straight again.
Does that nuke your speeds?
So much like braking at an entry apex, right? At an entry line, okay? You lose speed, correct? And then you gain speed on the exit trajectory. And as I described to you, the better you get at the timings and the more you understand exactly when to brake, exactly how long, and then when to accelerate and how early you can accelerate, the faster and faster that process becomes, right?
See.
The thing I just showed you is exactly the same. So if you start spinning out and you tap the gas and brake at the same time and then handle the counter steering, you can minimize the amount of speed you lose based on how long you're braking. Does that make sense?
See.
So how long you need to correct the car and how efficient you are at doing so with your feet on the gas and brake is going to be the difference in if it kills your speed completely or like that. See how I maintained almost everything?
See.
So that one I maintained like 85 miles an hour because I only tapped the brake very quickly. And I kept on the gas the whole time. So same thing here. I'll get up to like 95. See, I tapped the brake. I only went down to 85.
When you're in a stationary position, the brake has to be pressed the whole time. But I imagine when you just showed me a tap, a tap will suffice.
Yeah, you're just, and it depends again how strong the slide out is, how long it takes the back end to correct, right? If it's at lower speeds like 95, 100, and you tap the, the brake and the gas at the same time in the counter steering, you can probably get out of the slide pretty quickly. Whereas if you're at 140 and you lose it going around the corner from Hawick to Popular, right, on that big sweeping turn, you might be like this, right? And then it takes you, see how I lost like all my speed to save it.
See, that happens often.
But here's the thing. Would you rather lose all your speed and keep the car intact and let secondary then catch up and then you reinsert with a fresh car? Or would you rather crash out and have to repair your car, right? So it's important to be able to save yourself in those big moments. Now, sometimes you're beyond the state of helping, right? Sometimes you're just fucked no matter what. But, you know, once you learn how to control the car properly, you'll be able to do things that will, you know, really improve your rate of success in chases. And your rate of, like, you know, staying in tune with the car. Let's have you, yeah, I think the fucking car poofed. Let's have you go ahead and try that now. All right, you got this.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Seatbelt check.
Yes, sir. Yeah, okay. Little too much brake, but you got the concept.
Okay. A lot less braking.
Well, it's just, you know, you got to get used to what it takes to get the end back in line, right?
Are you using the e-brake initially to make
it spin out? Correct. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Good.
Would you see? So it's not necessary to use it during turns, only to catch ourselves.
Only to catch
this
yourself.
Is amazing. Kind of want to come up here in 4 hours one day and just practice.
I have no issue with you as a cadet asking your FTO if you can take a CVPI to come practice up here. You know, just get permission. I'll always grant it to you if I'm around. But I'll tell you that, you know, another part of this is, you know, these two things that I've taught you, number one, about, you know, racing lines and the apexes and the turning and all that, and maintaining speed, combined with the ability to counter steer and save the car from fishtailing. That's pretty much the basic core skills you need to be able to function in a car pursuit. Because at the very least, and I mean at the very least, right, at minimum, you are able to do your job, which is to keep eyes on the suspect. And if you are not able to keep eyes because the car is faster or they're a better driver, then you learn, right? It's not the end of the world.
See. You know, it's important to keep in mind at the end of all of this that, you know, the guy that we're chasing, you know, you're not just driving for fun, can be a killer. It's good to keep that in
100%.
mind.
Yeah, you need to,
and
you
if
know,
I lose him because of faulty driving,
yep,
that's someone's life that I'm potentially risking.
Yep. So it seems like what you're doing when you're correcting is you are getting off the brake quicker, which is good, but you're not remaining on the gas. Try to do the adjustment while remaining on the gas the whole time. So once you get up to, like, you know, 90 or so, cause the car to fishtail, and then I want you to do the adjustment with the counter steering, but stay on the gas. Okay, a little better. You still want to, you notice how you're losing a lot more speed than I was?
See.
Try to catch it earlier, you know what I mean? Like, train yourself to catch the spin out early. Yeah, better. See, you're reacting more near instantly, and that was a hard spin out, and you saved it, right? So you don't crash there.
Okay.
So these are all just like basic core concepts that you need to learn as a cadet. I'm gonna say, everyone, be advised.
It seems as though
Aldo
when I do
Jackson's
it, even though my foot is remaining on the gas,
number. Fuck.
I feel like I gotta let go and press the gas again.
311. Be advised, Aldo Jackson's personally owned Scout plate number
take some time to get used to.
46 EO VV0W. Poofed from a garage in Sandy at the airfield while I was training a cadet. I am I believe it was just local tow that took it, but please be on the lookout in case it was a very efficient theft. Brontosaurus, thank you for the prime. Good.
Ah.
Yeah, you gotta get used to the car.
See.
This car, you almost never want to brake in a CVPI. Your goal in a CVPI is to either tap the brakes to kill the velocity going into the corner and then be able to get back on gas as much as possible. That was really good. Or your goal is to just engine brake everything. The CVPI hates braking. It just despises it because it's a momentum car, right? It's like a very strong, you know, big ass V8, right? It's got a lot of power, but it's sluggish. It takes time to get up to top speed. It's not the best at handling, okay? So your goal is to try to maximize the strengths of the car, which is to keep the car straight as much as possible, stay off the brakes, and keep momentum. And then you can efficiently utilize the engine. All right, let's do this. We are going to go back to MRPD. We're going to, I guess, see what the fuck happened to the car. Hopefully, it's back in the garage. If not, there's nothing really we can do.
Now, because that car didn't belong to you, you're not able to track it, correct?
46 EOVV 0W. 46 EOVV 0W. Correct.
Okay, we can go back, code 2.
Disappeared in Sandy during cadet training. Contact 178 Decran. A-firm, yeah. I am going to, I flagged the plate of that scout. Once again, I'm almost certain that it just, you know, poofed. Because local tow probably took it. So we thought it just disappeared in front of our eyes, but it was probably just them being really efficient with their tow jobs. Maybe the guy who owns that hangar called in, I don't know. But on the very slim off chance that someone managed to like slip in there, slim jim it, and get out without us noticing, we are going to just flag it just in case.
So have you already so we're heading over there. Do we call in that we're heading over there on dispatch? We would say 76 MRPD, right?
So we were already marked as 10-7 and all that.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is once we get back to MRPD and we secure what vehicle we're going in and we're going to go out and actually patrol, then we'll call ourselves dispatch, show, you know, 178 clear training in Sandy Shores, 10-8.
Beautiful.
But, you know, since we're still 10-7, it's fine to just come back to the city, you know, get our shit together, and then communicate that we're, you know, in service.
See.
Echo, welcome you back in service, 1235.
All units be advised from 178. I-311, Aldo Jackson's personally on scout, was parked in a hangar in the Sandy Shores airfield while I was training a cadet nearby. When we went to retrieve it, it was gone. I think that local tow probably just took it, but on the off chance it was stolen, please be on the lookout. I have flagged the plate. Okay, let's
What was this? You said, Declan?
how long ago did you say?
Yeah, how long ago did you put that 301 in?
Should I go back to
Maybe the
Radio
last
1?
3 to 5 minutes. Hey, firm, we're on radio 1.
I'll check Mosley's then real quick.
Now we're gonna leave
you
this
can just
car
park
out, correct?
wherever. Yeah, we can park wherever. I just want to check and see if it's back in the parking spot or not. Selling CVPI only to cops. Number. Oh, wait, why does he own a CVPI? He can't own a CVPI. What? Or is he? Oh, he's just doing it for a cop. He had a lien on one. That's funny. What bitrate do you stream at? It is at 6,000, I believe. It's gonna say this is out. Vehicle unavailable. Wait, weird. Did it even say it was out? Oh, it says out.
Dispatch 1.
Yeah, that shit's gone.
Send it.
Could you come to the front lobby? There's an individual wanting an application.
76.
Thank you.
111 for 178 direct.
Tonight?
25 with me in the garage. Member PD.
In a second. Gotta talk
Howdy.
to Jones real quick.
Hello.
What is hair, Declan? Holy shit.
This is SOP compliance, sir.
Yeah, but what's with the haircut?
Oh, you know, it just felt a little, you know, like you get the straight razor, you know, like the Japanese do it.
Is that what you did?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, kind of did it myself. You think I did a good job?
I'm not sure, but congrats on your promotion, though.
Oh, thank you, sir. Well, that is frustrating. The vehicle disappearing is annoying because I hate patrolling in local CVPI or shared CVPIs because they have no turbo and most cars will just dust you immediately. So we are going to probably ride with Bay.
Okay.
Because she has a Taurus with a turbo, so at least then I can get you some comms experience. If we are to, you know, show up to calls in a shared CVPI, it is very unlikely that you will, you know, very unlikely that you will get to do comms for that chase for most of the time because they will probably just drive faster than you and then a Taurus will have to take over and then you'll just be, you know, not learning.
What car is Bay driving?
She has a personally owned Taurus with a turbo in it.
Oh, interesting. Do you have a personally owned PD vehicle as well?
No, because I used to drive Lenny's that I put in for and helped him, right? And then now, I've been driving Aldo Jacksons with Bones. And I have a bunch of money, so, you know, I just haven't bought a car yet. I'm kind of waiting to see what other ones become available for purchase, you know what I mean?
For me, a mess.
Because there's some really cool PD cars that we don't have access to yet.
To a chair here and,
check this out. Hey, Coyote, come over here.
Sorry, I'm just having a...
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, we're just having a snack.
You're fine. If you talk to this guy, you can see there's some other cars that are coming soon.
Jesse broke the fucking chair. That's how he ran. I'll go right now. Wayne is still... so means you grab Wayne right now from the cop car. I'll take care of it. Thank you. Does anybody have one of those $1 million cars?
No, those are the ones that we're waiting to see, you know, when we can purchase them and how much they cost. Those are just placeholders for now because they're not accessible to us yet. But that's why I haven't bought a car, is because I'm holding out to see if those come out.
Last bite, I promise.
Some other look at those guys talking over there and stuff.
no.
Being lazy.
Hopefully Bay comes out here. I don't it's so frustrating, man. It's so frustrating that car disappeared like that. Fucking local tow.
Are you sure? So you're frustrated because it was a local that took it?
Yeah, it's just, you know, well, I think it was. I mean, it could have been stolen. Like, there's a small chance, but I feel like we were around the area enough that it would have been pretty obvious if someone took off in it. Maybe we both didn't notice. I don't know.
While we waiting, let me ask you. So a guy, we grabbed a guy yesterday and we interviewed him, or rather, we pulled him over. Expired license. He had
Penumbra looks like a
with
Supra.
notes of him stalking people, and in this particular case, it was the PD. Okay, notes times when people are coming in and out. Now he has already been charged for stalking before. Was warned not to do it again, and this time we didn't charge him for it. He was cooperative. He sat down. We talked to him, kind of explained to us why he does it, to a degree, and he was let go. He was not charged for it. Today he came. He said, "Can I have my notebook back?" Now,
I think it's a mix of multiple cars, Kunatron. It's not one to one.
Back, or does it qualify as evidence? Like, what's the move here?
Did you arrest him?
So me and Bones pulled him over, and we arrested him for having an expired license while driving. His car was impounded, and other than speeding past us,
how did you read the notebook?
We took it off his person.
Did he let you read it?
He didn't. I don't think he was opposed to it.
Well, so there's an issue, right? Let's talk about RS and PC, right? So the reason why you have probable cause to search someone incident to a lawful arrest is because when we process people through MRPD, we need to ensure they don't have any contraband illegal items on them, right? Because we can't let them bring it into the jail or into the prison.
How many 10 units we have right
It's for our safety. It's also just procedure. Now,
144.
I could understand, let's say if someone has a book on their person, you need to make sure there's nothing hidden in the book, right? Could be hollowed out, could have a knife in it, could have a gun.
Photography evidence, but I got two.
You know, there could be all these different issues, right?
A speed bike, though, however.
Now the question is,
Are you alone?
Yeah, from across the way, though. I'm not.
what
I'm
gives
not,
you the right to read the book?
Actually, Rub Street.
So when we
Yeah, we don't have enough units for that at the moment. We're just come off a scene
looked at it,
processing.
there was no intention to open it, but there on the cover, carved in, he said stalker notes. That's what he titled it. It's a bit alarming. You know, he says stalker, like he's following
Because I
spying.
don't own it.
So I didn't think much of it, but when we came to the PD, Bones was really intrigued. We took him to the interrogation room and asked him about it. And when we opened it up, we noticed that it, again, was the PD. Now, he had a prior history of stalking and was even charged for it and warned by Senor Maple not to do it again.
Understood. Okay. So if there is a note on the front of the book that says like meth, you know, formula, or, you know, gang network information, or, you know, murder plans or terrorism, you know, blueprints, right? Then sure, then you can read the book, right? So that makes sense. If it says stalker notes, then that makes sense. What I'm more pointing out to is that if you arrest someone for something else and they randomly have a notebook in their pockets with no title on it, you shouldn't be reading that, you know? Because you would need like a subpoena to be able to do so.
Agreed. Well, he came today and asked for it back. I said, sorry, I'm just a cadet. I don't have the authority to give back. You're going to have to wait. And he said, why? It was not involved in a crime. Why can't I have it back? And I just, you know, just told him I don't have the authority to give back yet. So he's going to have to wait. Eventually he understood.
Yeah, understood.
So he's waiting now. Again, can we give that back to him?
Okay, so in that case, that would come down to the person handling the investigation. If they think they still need that as evidence, or they're investigating the contents, then they may choose to hold on to that still. If they believe, you know, that, you know, they've already gotten what they need out of it and they're not holding it for investigation purposes, then they may, you know, offer you to return it. It's up to them.
So So right now it's in the evidence locker, but there's no
Pieces.
note on it that says currently being investigated.
Peters, are you on frequency?
Don't touch it, please.
You would need to
So-
contact whoever the lead was on
Tyler,
the
can you get
scene.
channel 2?
I think it was myself.
Yeah, who was the FTO?
Oh, and
Tyler,
Bones, and-
yes,
and
ma'am.
Bo-
Yeah,
and
so you're
Bones,
FTO.
me.
Did you just send Bobby
See,
up?
okay.
I did.
How long for?
It was for his warrant.
Do you know how long he went up for though?
Yeah, it was 10 months.
He's already fucking back at PD. Like,
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Well,
It was 10 months, okay.
excuse me, 11 months.
11 months. Does that make sense? Did it work out okay?
Well, yeah, it's,
I'm concerned that
11 minutes. Sorry. Isn't 11 minutes really mean 2 minutes?
Okay. Let's go find Bay.
Like, I've heard that you could get like 60 months and be out in like 12.
Alright, okay. Holy shit.
What?
Try and represent people.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, they hung out at Driscoll with him. Yeah, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
You know, I was reading these street names to myself on the map. I'm trying to use my knowledge. So.
The fuck are they?
Mapping the names, gotcha.
Yep.
Let me check the secondary SIM card.
Bruh. They're like they're right here on the maps. Maybe they're on the perimeter of the building. I don't fucking know, man. Oh, they're there. I got it. I'm not asking you, Chad. I'm talking to myself. Hey, Bones.
Hi.
What's up, Sarge? Hey, do you know, is there any way to get a car back when local tow takes it temporarily and you don't own it, so you can't ask them to drop it off with your phone?
No.
It's just
I don't
gone
think
for
there's a way.
tsunami.
It's just gone for the storm.
Motherfuck.
So it's brought back.
I took fucking Coyote down to the airfield to teach him like counter steering and shit. And I parked it in a little little hangar near the airfield. And by the time I was done training him, the fucking local tow took it. And
Fuck.
now we just don't have the Scout today. Motherfuck.
Alright, I might buy one.
You wanna go halvesies?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see. Do you have a turbo or what do you want to do?
I have an extra turbo.
You have an extra? All right, let's fucking do it. I got. I'll transfer you the money. What's your state ID?
1185.
1185. Okay, I have 155, so I'll send you what,
I don't even
45?
know how much. I don't even know how much it is right now. I would have to look.
They're 90 in the thing, I think.
Yeah, I can do 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah. Just send me 47 because I think the taxes.
It's gonna be well. Then don't you need money for customizing and all that?
Yeah. Just
Okay, I'll send you 50.
However much. Okay, yeah, perfect.
All right, be right back. 1185. Coyote, 1012 at MRPD. I'm just running to the bank real quick. I'll be back with you in a second.
See.
Lenny can sell his to cops. He cannot sell it to random people. And I honestly don't believe that it would be worth it to sell it to cops. In my opinion, he should keep that because it is way better of a car than he will be able to buy on the open market for the same quality of car. He gets really angry when someone says that to him. What do you mean? Oh yeah, he could scam somebody. He could sell it to them and then they get it yoinked by the government, but you know. He's gonna scam someone? That's fucked up. Let's see. 1185. He thinks there are better cars? So there are cheaper cars that are better. Okay. I'm sure that is the case, but I don't think that it I don't think that's accurate on like a large scale. I think there may be a few cars that are better for that money. But yeah. Scout purchase. 1185 amount 50,000. 1185. I want to double check the state ID. I think it's 1185. I just want to double check. Jeffrey Bounce. Transfer to anyone. 1185. 50,000. Comment. Scout purchase. Bro, we still have 100K. Omega Poggers. Still got 100K. Gorion told him he could sell for like 500K, so now he's about 30 that he can't. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation, bro. If people were allowed to sell those cop cars for like 400, 500K or whatever, then a million people would just fucking, you know, sign up for cop, play cop for 2 months, sell the car for 500K, make 400K, and then quit cop, right? And congrats, you just have like a gigantic head start on crim without having to grind G6 or weed sales or whatever, right? It's just shitty. But that's the reality. You have to stop that from happening.
Like, this is a very petty thing.
Yeah.
Open court is kind of like, you know, small claims court. You want to sue?
All right, you should have the money.
Sweet. I'm gonna go buy it right now.
Cool.
I'll be back, babe. I think that's literally it. That's everything. I'll talk to Slacks and Ruby to get you set up with your senior stuff.
I think I need to know for being a senior or just continue doing my job.
I'll talk with McNulty and we'll give you guys like more direction of what we want to see, but we kind of have different visions for each and every person on what they want to actually do and what we want them to do. For you, I think it's going to be mainly with scenes.
Yeah, clips, am I right? Nice, yeah, B.
I went to fucking war. Went to fucking absolute war for these you two, okay? Absolute.
Love you, Bones.
Thank you,
war.
Bones.
Hey,
But I
Bones,
really
do you know how
did
much
for
I
the
love
shit.
you? So much that I think you should buy that Scout and put the turbo in it so we can go patrol
Yes,
with,
okay.
what's his name, Coyote, because
Taking a
I...
cadet.
God damn it. All right, Bait, you want to ride with us?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, let's triple up, because I don't have a car right now, and I don't want to drive a shared CVPI.
I mean, I have
I'll
a
just give you the
CPI that I
car.
can drive.
Yeah, but what car
Or
are you going to take
drive.
with a cadet?
Fucking anything. I don't care.
Radio check.
Brr.
I have a CPI with
Dispatch
turbo, if anything.
134-1041.
Listen, well, someone needs to take Wade. That way we can just get him done.
Duty,
Because he's
1614.
literally pretty much there.
Thank you,
Nikki.
dispatch.
Flax let him
It can-
patrol solo yesterday.
Sorry, I'm on the
He-
wrong channel,
he's
sorry.
Okay, then I'm just gonna.
PPO.
I'm just.
Yeah, just promote him.
I gotta-
Not biased, by the way.
How's it going, Coyote?
It's good.
Can you have it back?
What do you mean?
You remember the notebook, the stalker's notebook?
Okay, yeah.
He wants it back.
Okay, are you?
He's not
doing
going
any
to
more
pardon.
investigation
He's
for
not
it?
going to pardon Lenny on
Right.
Max.
Any
I'm
further?
going to continue looking into him until the rest of time, but I can take copies of it and give it back to him, or we can preserve it and not let him have it back. Which do you prefer?
Just take copies of it, and then you can get back.
Okay, he's gonna be really happy when
Yeah.
he gets it back.
It's nothing that needs to be like seized, right? So it's not nothing's inherently illegal, but it's something we can document and then keep looking into it.
Okay, beautiful. That's what I'll do. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hola.
Hello. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, bien. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Getting
You must
hot.
be Bay.
I rode with you in Academy.
Oh, what you? See, you're Bay,
I was
right?
your FTO. Yeah.
See, okay. Yeah, no, I just.
How do I set
See,
this
I
shit
remember.
as fucking?
Good.
How do you what?
How do I set it up as like I can buy that? I want to buy it, but I gotta put it.
I
on the
don't
showroom.
know.
Do I need to sign in to Mosley's?
No idea. Slacks knows. I've seen him do this before, but I don't know how.
Hold up, who's this? Is that Croc? Hello? That's hold up.
Hiding.
No. Okay.
Alexis is making me eat.
Alexis?
All right, yeah, we're gonna patrol with Bay.
Oh, really?
Because her and I often ride together, and I think it would be good for you to like observe, you know, how units work together as a team. And you know, we'll have you try to do comms and things like that, and that'll be helpful, I think.
Okay, beautiful. I must, I would preemptively say that because my knowledge of the streets aren't kind of memorized by heart, the one place I struggle with comms is I can't call out the street until we own the street.
I'm going to teach you a cheat code for this. You ready?
See.
Okay, so if you are making the turn, you are calling it too late. Yeah, okay. If you're making the turn and that's when you comm out the direction and the street name, it's too late, okay? You need to make the comm when they make the turn, because you're not calling when you do it, you're calling it when the pursuit, when the suspect vehicle does the turn.
See.
So the way you can do that if you don't know the street names is as follows. Let's say I see someone make the turn and I go left, westbound, and then I just pause and I wait till my car makes the turn, and then I say Vespucci.
Charlie 3, 23 MRPD.
So it is perfectly okay to say the first two parts, which is the turn that the direction you are turning and the direction you are facing, right? Because it goes direction you're turning, direction you're facing, street name. So this also applies in situations where you are taking multiple rapid turns. So what you will hear is, let's say someone's going through a series of alleyways and they're taking rapid turns.
23.
You'll hear left, westbound, left, northbound, left.
Oh, I'm already inside.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, nice.
Or so it'd be left, westbound, left, southbound, left, eastbound, left, northbound, and then when they stay on that road and you have time to say the street name, you'll say northbound, Alta.
And also, you know, when you don't know a street name, you can always say stand by
12, 10, 12.
I think like the cleanest way to do comms in the beginning when you're a cadet is as few words as possible. Literally, what will impress FTOs and your superiors is if you can just do capable comms without fluff. Okay, no one wants to hear gonna be, about to be, turning on, you know, those sort of things. And I'm guilty of this too. When I do comms, I often will say merging because it's technically more accurate, because sometimes you don't actually take a turn, you just merge onto a new street. Like, for example, Dutch London and like Mutiny or South Arsenals, things like that. Sometimes you're not actually making hard turns. You're just continuing and the road turns into a new one. But for you as a cadet, all they care about is can you do basic comms proficiently. So left, northbound, you know, that's all you got to do. The next step will be adding in landmarks. So when you're on a long stretch of road, like let's say you're westbound San Andreas, you'll say, because westbound San Andreas could be at MRPD, it could be by Burger Shot, it could be by Senor Buns, right? Like there's a million different places you could be there. So you might say westbound San Andreas crossing over Alta, or continuing westbound San Andreas approaching Burger Shot, right? Those little landmark things you'll add in time, but you don't need them all the time. For now, just, you know, direction you're turning, direction you're facing, name of the street.
See.
You good? You good, Bones?
He's just kind of staring.
Anybody know how to change the PD showroom at?
I think Slacks knows.
Slacks got fucking his ass kicked inside.
Oh.
I just saw he was on his ass.
Well, he's the only one I know that knows how to do it.
Let me grab the thing.
What car are we taking?
We're gonna take Bay's car. We're gonna ride with her. Bay's our driver.
Oh, interesting. She know how to do that.
And I don't mean like chauffeur. Bay's like, you know, driver.
Oh shit! I think I parked it downstairs. Running back.
Does she know all the sneaky maneuvers?
I know what?
Senor,
I showed him like how to save the car when it's fishtailing, you know, like counter steering and You know, like flat spinning and stuff while you're moving, all that kind of shit. Yeah, Bay knows how to do all that.
Alright. Yeah, I don't know how to change it.
Declan got the purple hair last night after he got promoted.
Oh, you already did. Nice.
Dispatch, show 178 operating under 111 with cadet 859, 111, 10-8.
Copies, marking you back in service, 17 Colton.
We're responding to today. There's a 30 Charlie on Encino. We'll go up to Palomino.
There's been a couple of drug calls in Polito, but they're very old, and I expect, based on the positioning, that they're just like deliveries and not someone selling on foot, because they're not in the areas that we've experienced. It's been pretty quiet for the last couple hours in terms of up north. Earlier we had a lot of activity. We actually had a whole scene earlier where people were selling on the edge of Marina Drive by the Alamo Sea. So we went to the pig farm, like off Calafia and Grapeseed, and we took a boat and we went in the middle of the Alamo Sea and took pictures of them making handoffs and shit. And then we set up units to like swoop in. We didn't get anyone because they all left on like fucking super bikes and we couldn't catch them. But we did find a bunch of blood on scene, as well as a bunch of weed baggies and rolled cash in a bush nearby, which had DNA on it. It's not on file, but if we do get that on file in the future, it'll pop up.
Did you see the text that I sent you, by the way?
Let me look.
I know you like Polito, and Decker and I were up there and collected evidence of where a bunch of 34s were, and we got 2 DNAs on file. I think it's Raya, Kane, and someone something.
Cool.
It was marked as Civ Gang, I think, at the time. Truck here. Interesting.
So, Coyote, 37 Charlies are the suspicious financial activity. It's the one I told you about the other day that Lenny and I worked on the investigation with Bay and Suarez and other people. And one of the things that we know is that there are certain places where they do these transactions, right? So if you go into your oh wait, you can't see investigative reports. Never mind.
He can't?
No.
What the heck? Okay.
Cadets can't see it because I think in the past there were some issues with cadets like leaking stuff. Okay, so effectively there are a number of locations that you can find that people make these transactions at. If you open up the map of the city on your dashboard there, starting from the south side, okay, around Grove Street gas station is generally where we see the first calls come in from. From there, we typically see the Innocence 24/7, which is just north of that.
10-2.
So you'll see the convenience store.
Innocence.
So Innocence Boulevard runs east-west, just south of Olympic Freeway, but still in the south side. It's right next to the VU and the cash exchange. Yep, the 24/7 there.
Is that one called the Strawberry gas station?
No, that is Innocence 24/7.
Innocence 24/7. Okay.
Strawberry gas is the gas station to the east of that, right near Olympic.
I meant to say in a Strawberry liquor store.
Oh no, this is Innocence 24/7 or something like that.
Okay.
Then you go up north a little bit, Legion Square. There's a Fleeka. That one they can do drop-offs at. If you go west from there in Little Seoul at the gas station, there's a 24/7. It can happen there. That one will be called out as Palomino Avenue, Little Seoul.
Oh, interesting.
Then there's Clinton Avenue 24/7, which is almost in the hills.
Oh,
behind the vault. Yes, that can happen there. On Hawick, there are 2. One is at the corner of Meteor and Hawick. That's the Fleeka on the corner there by the pink cage. Separately, there is also one further west, which is behind the old courthouse. So Hawick near like Abe Milton and San Vitus, that bank. One on Boulevard Del Perro, even further west.
Del Perro.
And then there's Great Ocean Highway. There's two. There's one on Insano Road on the coast at the beach houses, and then there's one at Great Ocean Highway Fleeca just to the east of it.
See.
And then there's one Polito at the 24/7 by the clothing store. Not at Harmony, but at the building by the Animal Arc.
Units be advised, there's a rogue helicopter.
And then there is one in Mirror Park.
It's going to be a red and green helicopter. It is not a local. It's continuing southbound towards the eastern side of the island. I need someone to get on ATC and try to make contact and get them to ground.
We do not have ATC.
The way you can access ATC by going to the airport at LSIA and either accessing it from the hangar or by accessing it through a parked jet or helicopter.
Where it went?
Negative. It continued in this direction but disappeared, which maybe it is a little.
It might be too high up. Nah, it's not.
Watch out! Get in the car! Kitty cat, bad cat behind you. Cougar.
10-9 last.
They're usually nice to us unless we show a weapon at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Really doesn't like civilians.
Someone said something on radio and I 10-9 and they didn't repeat it, so I don't know.
I have a question. How would you call this out? Because we know that's Sustancia Road, but it's the closest road to us.
You would say we are on the eastern mountain ridge lines parallel with Sustancia.
Okay.
This is also
just east of Sustancia, up on the mountain near the oil field.
This is linked towards like Mount Gordo typically.
Right.
So technically this region is the Palomino Highlands is what it's called.
Palomino Highlands.
But you would just say to the east of the oil fields, right?
Yeah. You can see that, by the way, the region on the left of your cordonal.
Gordo's all the way up north, so it's it's this series of ridgelines and mountains. The ones to the south are Palomino Highlands. Then there's something called San Chiansky Mountain Range. That's like by the
one above MRPD right now.
It may be. We lost it around the oil field Sustancia.
Yeah, it's above MRPD right now.
10-4.
No, that one just disappeared or something.
The one we were observing was a Swift-looking helicopter in the red and green dye.
Swifts are a little bit bulkier.
I think.
I don't know.
Down this area.
Yeah, we're looking for the red and green helicopter, the one that you can get at LSIA.
A-frame with the yellow writing on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost it. We lost it at the approach towards like El Burro Boulevard, entering back towards the city. We're trying to regain eyes, but we have not seen it since.
Only I had Air One.
The only thing I will say about this helicopter is that earlier Suarez called me, and he said Hood News wanted to know if they could fly a helicopter and record a police chase from the air as a news story. And I said, well, if you called me and asked me to authorize that as a senior, I would tell you that we can't allow that because as far as I know, no one has been issued a pilot's license.
Yeah.
And so if they don't have a valid license, then we cannot condone them flying an aircraft. And he said, well, what if they do it without my permission? And I said, well, okay, the problem is that the SOP is to get on ATC by going down to the airport and getting in a plane or talking on the ATC in the hangar and telling them if they don't land, they're going to get shot. So unfortunately, even if there's plausible deniability, even if it's plausible deniability, it's still going to, cause an issue.
That was it.
Dispatch show 178 attempting to catch up to a maroon in color sedan. We are southbound Roy Lowenstein. Vehicle is flight 1060. Vehicle is traveling at a high rate of speed, continuing southbound towards Dutch London. Right hand turn westbound Dutch London. Stand by. Sending it westbound Dutch London still.
Do you know the reason
continuing
why I'm not
behind
letting
Maze
him
Bank.
No, I was actually gonna ask you.
Merging towards Davis.
Yeah, exactly. He might not be
crossing
on,
over
his,
towards Alta northbound. Any 77s for this pursuit?
Sirens.
885,
Whenever able,
continuing northbound
do it
Alta.
safely, of course. But try to get.
They're merging. They just crashed on Innocence. Stand by for direction. They are U-turning. They are now southbound Alta back towards Maze Bank. This is a maroon in color sedan with a black soft top. Looks like a Sentinel XS, flag 1060. Looping around Davis now, back towards the south side, northbound.
So neither of us have any problem like multitasking, doing comms, talking
Continuing
to you. So if you have any
northbound
questions,
Davis.
just ask them in the moment instead of forgetting them.
Left.
So holy headache.
Westbound, stand by, right, northbound. Continuing northbound, stand by for direction. Still continuing northbound. Merging towards Strawberry and Legion Square under Olympic. Entering Legion Square, left, westbound Vespucci. Left, southbound Elgin, we're doubled up, we'll keep it. Continuing southbound Elgin, right, westbound Adams Apple. Right, northbound Power.
Come again?
Do you want to do comms?
Sure.
Continuing through an alleyway parallel to lower Power, stand by, hold on. Taking the right-hand turn through the alleyways eastbound.
Shit.
Right-hand turn southbound. Right-hand turn again. Temporarily westbound, now southbound again. Exiting. U-turn northbound lower Power. All right, go ahead and take comms.
Do I announce that I'm taking the comms on the radio?
Just talk.
Just talk and say where we're going.
Right onto the freeway.
Left.
Westbound Del Perro freeway.
There you go. Good.
Okay.
We're taking exit right, westbound Del Perro freeway. Right over off-road, northbound. Stand by.
Good.
Dorset, westbound Dorset Drive.
Good.
Continuing westbound Dorset Drive. Continuing westbound Dorset Drive. Right, U-turn, eastbound South Boulevard Drive, Del Perro. Continuing eastbound South Portola Drive.
Doing great, you're doing great.
Continuing eastbound, merging onto Howick Avenue. Eastbound, Howick Avenue, right.
Oh my god, not me to do that.
1050.
Sorry. This car has no brakes with 3 people.
Right, westbound, Carcer
I already
Way.
didn't have a 2.
77.
Right.
One.
We have 3 units
Parkway.
attached. Let's get 1 unit more and then we'll get a channel.
164 is parallel.
10-4. Okay, then let's get a channel, please, dispatch.
Hey, firm, stand by.
Southbound Carcer Way. Southbound San Vitus right. Westbound.
Channel 2 for the AV, please. Channel 2.
Affirm.
Left. Westbound.
Carter, wait. Left.
Swap channel
Southbound.
2. Continue comms.
Eastbound. Dorset Drive. Right. Right.
Westbound.
Westbound.
San
San
Andreas.
Andreas Avenue.
Very good.
Continuing westbound. San Andreas Avenue.
So here's where you would mix in landmarks. So you'd say,
Left.
oh no, yeah, left, yeah.
Southbound Ginger Street.
If they kept going, you could say like approaching Burger Shot or whatever.
See, okay.
Eastbound Vespucci Boulevard right. Southbound Palomino Avenue. Continuing southbound Palomino Avenue in front of apartments.
Perfect.
Right. Northbound South Rockford Drive.
Good.
Right with northbound Decker Street. Northbound Decker Street. Northbound
Hey.
Movie Star Way.
Yeah, you got VIP, bro.
Right. Eastbound. And eastbound.
Again with that person, please, on Boulevard Apparel.
Right. Making a big U-turn left into the alleyway. Southbound South Boulevard Drive. Eastbound Dorset Drive. Northbound.
If it's not a
Eastbound
turn, you can
Eastbourne
say
Way.
merging, so that way you can cut off the dead air.
Okay.
Left westbound Eastbourne Avenue. Westbound Howick Avenue. Westbound Howick Avenue. Continuing westbound. Portola Drive.
No, you're still Boulevard del Perro.
Okay.
Howick becomes Boulevard del Perro.
Okay.
Continuing westbound. Boulevard del Perro, right. Northbound Morningwood Boulevard. Left. Westbound Morningwood Boulevard. West Eclipse Drive. North Rockford Drive. Left, eastbound, Boulevard del Perro. Left, northbound, Morningwood Boulevard, right into alleyway.
I hate
VCB.
brakes.
Good.
When ain't got eyes, we're gonna be coming out southbound. Now left
Good calm on the VCB.
Boulevard del Perro, right behind the bank.
I will tell you this right now. It is very important when you're in a pursuit to not have an ego. And what I mean by that is...
Continuing northbound, left, westbound, Boulevard del Perro.
I'll take comms. Right, northbound Morningwood. 22 last North Rockford. Continuing northbound North Rockford. Merging eastbound West Eclipse. Right, southbound Morningwood. Left, eastbound. Going through the alleyways by the tennis courts. Left, eastbound out towards Dorset. Stand by. U-turning parallel to Cougar. Coming back out Morningwood.
LAPD, pull it over.
1050 VCB.
Bro, I can't fucking
Continuing
drive
southbound
backwards.
Cougar, right, westbound North Rockford.
It's gonna come to us.
Northbound North Rockford, eastbound West Eclipse. You left northbound on the Morningwood. Correction, West Eclipse. Continuing northbound.
You doubled up.
Negative.
Secondary comms. Continuing eastbound West Eclipse.
Like me.
Sending it eastbound oncoming lanes West Eclipse. Stand by towards Vinewood Boulevard. Vehicles continuing eastbound. Back in their correct lanes, merging Eclipse towards Vinewood. Stand by. Hard brakes right, southbound. Oh, might be turtled almost. Nope, not turtled. U-turn. Now eastbound
Like
on West
He's wearing the
Eclipse.
cut, the ADMC one.
He is wearing an ADMC cut. Be advised. Continuing eastbound Eclipse.
I believe this may be Shangri.
Right,
I'm not sure.
southbound Gentry. 22 last Las Lagunas. Continuing southbound Las Lagunas. Stand by. Left eastbound, left northbound VCB.
Continuing northbound into the alleys, right. 50 to get him boxer. Negative. He's going eastbound, Las Lagunas Place, right.
Oh no.
Continuing westbound, southbound, left, eastbound, Spanish.
Continuing east. We got him still east.
Full sending it east.
When we gone southbound, stand by. VCB to the south. Nope, he did not make that turn. He either continued straight south or he went onto the freeway. Oh, no, he's on the freeway. Del Perro West, I think. He's on the freeway, Del Perro West. We got him. Yep, come behind you right here. He might have U-turned, stand by. Yep, he's U-turning. Nope, he's still heading westbound. That's him right there behind us. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I see him.
Lower power. We got him out lower power, southbound lower power.
Advised vehicle smoking.
Into the G6 parking lot. Stand by. Exiting the G6 parking lot to the west. Merging San Andreas westbound. Vehicle is smoking. U-turn eastbound lower San Andreas.
As a reminder, PBS is clear.
Right, southbound Alta.
Good Spice here will be Calais.
Right, westbound Vespucci. Right, northbound Peaceful. Continuing northbound Las Lagunas.
Good Spice on Marathon, please.
Merging Abe Milton, stand by. Oncoming lanes, northbound Abe Milton. Merging San Vitus, right, eastbound onto Hawick. Back into correct lanes on Hawick
do
eastbound.
me a favor and just like get out and get back in? We're not gonna do anything.
Left, westbound to Spanish. Continuing westbound Spanish. Believe there's an interference car or a swap car here. He's dropping somebody off.
Yeah, don't do anything. Don't do anything. We're good.
Oh, they're just getting out again. Yeah. They're on the phone continuing. We were just fixing some scuff there. They're continuing westbound Spanish Avenue. EA firm. Continuing westbound Spanish. They are on the phone. I believe it is Ghetto Kaiba from Voice ID. Left, southbound Portola. Right, westbound Boulevard del Perro. Continuing westbound Boulevard del Perro, correct lanes. If this is Ghetto Kaiba, it is BBMC, and he is driving towards Vespucci, so be ready. Right, northbound North Rockford. Right, eastbound Perth. Right, southbound Morningwood. Left, eastbound through the alleyways, parallel Boulevard. Left, northbound. Right, eastbound back towards the tennis court alleyways, out towards Dorset Drive. Standby direction. Right, eastbound Dorset Drive. Continuing eastbound Dorset. Merging South Boulevard del Perro eastbound.
Let's not get this Congo line going. Let's split up in parallel fleets.
Right, southbound Portola. Continuing southbound Portola, correct lanes. This guy likes his straight lines, so spikes would be good on Peaceful, maybe. Continuing eastbound Dorset, merging left northbound Abe Milton. Slowing left westbound Carcer, northbound through the LS Customs parking lot.
Fuck, hello?
Merging out Eastbourne Way northbound, turning east Hawick.
Got him.
Continuing eastbound Hawick. Right southbound Las Lagunas. Into the Rockford Plaza westbound. Exiting the Rockford Plaza westbound. Left southbound Las Lagunas, heading towards Peaceful. If you have spikes there, then...
I have spikes up on Peaceful.
Okay.
Perfect.
He's looping around. He's now going eastbound on the off-road portion. Stand by. We are right southbound Alta. Stay on Peaceful. Last time he went west Vespucci, right on Peaceful North. Left eastbound lower San Andreas. Stand by. Right southbound Power. Left eastbound through the parking lot behind Power Street. Stand by. Northbound right eastbound into Legion Square. Right southbound approaching Vespucci. Right, staying south. Abandon Peaceful Street. Let's move you to like the Forum Drive alleyways for spikes.
A firm, the interference vehicle just saw me trying to place spikes here.
A firm, that makes a lot of sense because he hesitated on the westbound turn. Continuing eastbound Davis. If we have an interference vehicle parallel, can you get on channel 1 and ask for 177 and inform them of the situation?
A firm.
Continuing eastbound Innocence, left northbound Popular Street. Continuing northbound Popular. Heavy brakes, broke our ankles, left westbound, take it.
All right, pal.
I continue westbound, approaching Davis.
The autumn, though.
Northbound Capital.
That's
Slowing
out a
left,
lot of
southbound
these
Crusade.
books.
Right, westbound Innocence. Left southbound Davis, vehicle 50.
Got secondary comms, U-turning eastbound on Innocence. Left northbound Crusade. Continuing northbound Crusade. Left westbound Capital by Strawberry Gas. Turning through Strawberry Gas, be careful. Merging northbound Strawberry.
Be advised, I believe I just saw
Left.
blue BMC Dukes pass us on
10-4.
Crusade, so just be on the lookout.
Right,
Copy.
northbound Elgin. Left westbound, 22 last, continuing northbound Elgin. Vehicle is approved for PBS on the primary. Unknown what interference vehicles have shown themselves. Continuing southbound low power. right westbound Vespucci. Left southbound Alta.
I got spikes set up in red garage.
A firm right westbound Adams Apple. A red garage or white garage are good bets. Continuing right northbound Calais. Left westbound Lindsay Circus, likely driving towards BBMC territory for a swap. Continuing westbound Lindsay Circus on the off-road grass portion, merging onto South Rockford northbound. The blue muscle car is on scene. They are driving together temporarily. The car is now continuing northbound North Rockford. Blue Dukes continue further west. Left westbound Marathon. Left southbound through the shopping plaza. VCB ticket.
Southbound through the promenade. Left eastbound Red Desert Ave.
Reacquired eyes. Vehicle continuing eastbound Red Desert.
Go fair.
Stan's primary scout continuing through the movie set eastbound.
Something that I have a big pet peeve about, overtaking when unnecessary. Don't do that.
Right,
if someone
southbound,
can
movie
hold on
start.
to it,
Okay.
Vehicle pitted,
make sure,
good pit.
just let them. Even if you have speed, but they're still sticking on it like glue, just let them have their
Right,
moment as well. Everyone
westbound
wants to be
San Andreas
primary.
towards Burger Shot.
Really good to know.
Unless they're
Dukes is on
actively,
scene
like,
again,
not
continuing
able to
left
keep up,
southbound.
Just
Vehicle
Vehicle may be out. Vehicle's out.
He's coming in. He's coming in.
Hey, firm.
Get your fucking mutts! Get off him!
It's gonna be James Kelly. He's been tased out of his car.
He has a heart condition. Please don't tase him.
Hey,
Please,
firm,
he's
I'm
not
on traffic.
Okay, that doesn't work.
What are you trying to tase me for, you mutt? Alright, get out of the way.
He's taking off.
Taking off in the blue muscle car. We'll stay behind to document the car. Take it.
Secondary taking comms northbound Bay City Avenue. Oh, 10:50.
I continued northbound. I was too. Don't keep going.
Yeah, so there's desync where sometimes the windows are up, where it doesn't really, on your side it seems like you tased him, but on his side it seems like you shot the window. So sometimes you just got to take the opportunity to try to tase him, and then, whatever.
Right southbound West Eclipse.
It's a good thing you didn't try to pull him out. Why shouldn't have I tried to pull him out?
This Blue Dukes is already smoking. They just hit a pole. Continuing southbound West Eclipse. Any available units back me up before I begin pitting?
Stand by. We're just documenting the car, and then we'll be 76. We have a Bravo. So Ruby's taking care of that.
Left northbound North Rockford, U-turn facing southbound North Rockford. Right westbound West Eclipse.
We gotta go as fast as we can.
In the future, you should be repairing while I'm documenting that car.
Southbound Bay City Ave.
Wait, southbound Bay City.
Yeah.
Left eastbound
Lay on
Cougar.
frequency. Where do you need 77s?
On the pursuit.
Eastbound Cougar passing over Prosperity. Left northbound Morningwood.
Yeah, sometimes it's just desync stuff where this happens. That's why I get injured, but she's not, right? It's because for the driver, she's not hitting anything.
Emerging southbound Bay City Ave.
So in our eyes,
Specs over to Pero. On the pursuit.
Left eastbound Cougar.
He didn't call, but he was there for this.
Vehicle 50. It may be out. It may be out. It is out. They're out. They're out on foot. Out on foot. Out on foot.
Primary target's passenger.
What's that? The bandana guy?
it's Ghetto Kaiba, I
Yeah,
think.
right next to my Scott. He has a broken leg.
Drop me off. Drop me off. Drop me
James
off.
Felony, yeah, crossing. Continuing eastbound Cougar Ave with the primary suspect is
What?
currently
Yeah,
on the
that's
phone or
right.
North Rockford Drive.
All right.
Hey, LAPD, slow down. Stop right there.
Guys, we only need 2 on foot per suspect, okay?
I'm on the guy in the black hoodie.
Hey, senor, you better stop where you're
Primary
going or
target
you're gonna get it.
continuing southbound South Rockford Drive, crossing the gas station.
Gotta pick up vehicle here.
Hey, stop right there.
I was just waiting
Why
for
can't
a
I
mate.
tackle?
Los Santos PD going for tackle. Got him.
And sir.
Going for cuffs.
Tase him.
Please.
Sir, don't
Charlie,
resist. You're gonna be
tackle,
tased.
Come back. Los Santos Police Department. Going for tackle.
Oh.
Hey, come back here, you fucker. I'm gonna tase your fucking culo. Come back, LSPD. Slow down.
This.
Suspect tackle going for cuffs.
You can't run forever.
Been tackled currently, going for cuffs. There's going to be a purple and colored vehicle.
Taser deployed. Hands, sir.
We have 185.
Give me your hands.
What's the stops on the other foot bill?
Don't
Bravo
resist.
Boulevard El Perro.
Wait,
they're
he's
going
running
for
again.
cuffs.
We gotta run
He's now
it.
running.
Los
getting
Santos
northbound
PD
through the
going
alleyway.
for back to when I get closer.
Fucking mate.
VCB. Call it on the footbill.
Continuing north through the alleyways.
What do you want to let
Hey,
me go?
Eastbound up the
here, you fucker.
stairs.
You saved your life yesterday. Come back.
You didn't save shit. You waited fucking until he stabbed me to shoot the motherfucker. You wanted me to die.
Taser.
Oh.
And sir.
Don't you dare trying to run away again. Oh, there you go.
Purple vehicle's going to be interfering.
195.
Firm
Foiled yet
295.
again,
Let's collapse
Senor
this
Kelly.
back towards the pink
fuck up,
apartment.
you piece of
Let's
shit.
get the vehicles off the road and documented.
1641 channel 1.
Advise my suspect is
Oh, no.
receiving a phone call.
Now he calls me. Now he calls me.
Firm.
Well, sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you do or say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney if one's available, can provide you no cost. Who's calling you, sir?
Just actually
I don't know,
leave
I
him
can't
here in this
check.
parking lot. and
Oh,
we'll,
how do you know it's a he?
Triage here.
Well, it could be a she. I
Oh,
usually get called
okay.
by he.
All
so-
right, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, you're going to the who's gas, senor?
Yeah, maybe. Most likely, yeah.
See.
Come in.
76 on foot back to the triage point.
Copy. 103. We'll handle documenting the vehicle.
One of Coyote's fully as on the front of the other Wild. Oh, is that true? I didn't know that. Is this guy another Wild RP person? I had no idea. If it is, we'll make Coyote do the
So we have them
processing
on
because it's good
the
training
sidelights,
and
they
it'll be
need
funny.
Medical.
Oh, it is okay.
Hey, for 164.
You need a medical serve for those taser prongs.
EMS on freak.
Yeah.
Okay, they'll be coming by shortly.
Sting.
That's where you
So
need
this
to be on
time I'm
North
just
Africa
going
Drive
to be
near the
removing
gas
any weapons or
station
anything from your
and
person that you
gas
shouldn't have.
Copy that.
Coyote, you're a little too close, brother.
77s.
Take a step.
Negative route code 4.
Alright, affirm.
Use batteries. Interesting. HQ
Are you doing
chip.
drugs again?
Rick Rose.
Why would I be doing that? I learned my lesson. I'm reformed.
Oh, really?
Now I only engage in petty crime.
What's your name,
The
sir?
report for this.
Say again, Bay.
Thanks.
The Coyote put up the report for this.
10-4. What's your name, sir?
You've called me like 3 times. You still don't know my name?
Well, I just have to double check because you're carrying someone else's ID, mister.
Yeah, Rick Ross. That's my name.
Okay, all right.
Rick Rose.
All right.
My name is Rick Rose.
I'm going to be removing this Rick Rose ID from you because you're not him.
How do you know?
You barely left me with that
Well,
leg
to
just
quote a
now.
very wise man, you've arrested me like 3 times.
Shit, you got me there.
Yep.
Can't argue with that logic.
All right, sir. Well, EMS is here, so I'll get you some medical for those taser prongs. All right. Fucking bones. And I have not removed anything from your person, as you did not have a weapon on you.
10-2.
All right.
Declan, let me talk with you real quick.
Sure.
I'm back from my ejector. Are we all okay? Do you need any help?
Negative. We got 2 95s and 2 vehicles
I think
secured.
it's very minor, but he just
Beautiful, well
needs
done,
to
everyone.
know what to have out. I don't know if he was communicating or yelling like I got lethal or I got non-lethal.
No, I'm going to talk to him afterwards. I recognize the same thing.
Yeah.
I, basically took over by just taking primary on foot and tasing. I told him at one point on foot vocally, but not on radio, no hold lethal, but I don't think
Triple A, you good with me?
I don't think
having
he's
a
as familiar
contract,
yet, so I'm gonna work with him on that afterwards.
Just exactly.
Yep, no, 100%.
So easy.
Yeah, for sure.
If you didn't see it, I saw it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Declan, this stemmed from 37 Charlie, I presume.
The report's up. If you documented
yeah.
anything or have a 95, everything should go in there.
I'm just gonna walk away before I respond to that. So we were not code 6ing for a 37 Charlie. The vehicle came speeding down the highway from Palomino into the city, basically, from the eastern seaboard. We had previously staked out Palomino Freeway for the 37 Charlie, but we didn't find it, so we had given up and come back into the city. So it is possible. I don't know for 100%. So we will need to look through the dispatch calls if someone can do that and see if the plate of the, which I'll do because I documented it, if the plate of the original vehicle matches any of those calls. So give me 1 sec.
1-6 working with through dispatch. What's the last for that Sentinel?
Be advised, it's going to be 26 minutes ago, Substantial Road,
Perfect.
37 Charlie.
Yeah, Q500. Yep.
Yep.
Did he have washed cash money orders on Kaiba?
Confirm, we do have some money orders on him.
No washed cash?
Let me check. He has 1 money order on him, no wash cash.
How much is the money order for?
Stand by.
What the fuck?
$3 grand.
Interesting. They may have been dropping off the money periodically then, because that's pretty much what you would get from one handoff from what I've observed. And usually these runs are about 21,000. On the foot bail, did he have a chance to drop anything anywhere that you guys are aware of?
Oh, I got you.
Negative, but I'll double check and I'll retrace because there are a few bushes, but I didn't see him drop anything.
The vehicle was clear?
Yeah, I already checked it all.
Yeah,
It's
the broken
really
leg of
empty.
those
I ran everything.
All right,
Yeah,
vehicle was
out it.
clear also, so man, unless he threw stuff out the window, I'm assuming they may have been like depoting in between each drop off, and we probably caught him on like the last drop off coming into the city.
EMS has treated all the suspects. They don't need to go to the hospital. They're good.
10-4. Okay, if all the vehicles have been documented and marked for impound, we can go ahead and mount up, get ready to transport.
Copy. 103 will stay back with the impound, but we have 3 units. We should be good if y'all want to go without.
All right, right this way, sir.
Come to a pause. Do I right like the blue car was then pursued until it crashed?
I mean, so whenever
Didn't tell me to mind my head.
Oh.
Kelly, whenever you're writing a report, it's gonna be from what you saw, your perspective. No kind of hearsay, you know.
Okay, perfect.
You got games on that thing?
Coyote, you got games on there?
Oh, I have a Minesweeper installed, but I never liked that game. You know which one I recently installed is Suica World.
Hey, when I got my
I was gonna
95
say that.
ready to get out of
That's
here when
like
you guys are.
everybody's
Hey,
playing
firm, we're ready
nowadays.
to transport.
What's your top score in the Suica World?
3.8 or something.
Ah, you're a real fucker. I can't get
178,
those two
76,
watermelons to
MRPD,
collapse into
195.
each other.
I don't think I've ever gone to watermelon. Gamer.
You've never got a watermelon on Seeker World?
Oh, I don't think so.
Declan and Lenny have spoken
Pray
very
for the
briefly
cop force.
several times. They have not had full conversations. Very interesting. So these guys are depoting in between each drop off. Very interesting. Not enough. Search warrant would need to be like we saw them run into a house, come out during the chase. Something like that. there's not enough here to get a search warrant just based on them not having enough of the illegal stuff for what we think they should, right? God, I am seeing some shit, bae. Your car literally looks like a fucking rhinoceros for me right now.
You want to see how it looks for me?
I
Hold
know
on.
it looks fine. I know. It literally.
It has like one dent.
818, 10-7.
Yeah, it looks like a rhinoceros.
195.
I see that as well, by the way. I see the big horn in the front.
Motherfuckers.
Can I repair it for you?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. Don't repair it yet.
All right, Mr.
Might
Kelly.
have like one stall.
Watch your head.
If that.
Kaiba, baby. Long time.
Finally got me, huh?
Long time.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey, Kaiba, where's the wash cash and the rest of the money orders, man? Come on.
I don't know what you're talking
You gotta
about.
sweeten the pot for us a little bit. Depoting, oh man. Come on.
Fucking investigating.
Come on.
You're lucky I didn't throw this shit out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling him to the whole time. If he did it, I mean, you guys, you got nothing.
I mean, he's still running in a stolen car, you know. I mean, honestly, without the
If you actually want to
the
get
full
the proper
thing,
cost
you
right
know,
and actually do
best we got is like, the contraband at this point. So.
Listen, I'll put you in the quiet cell, but I won't use it again.
All right,
We just
Mr.
have a
Kelly.
car. Is this going to be evading or reckless
Just
evading?
going to go ahead and double check your possessions, make sure I didn't take anything that you should have on you still.
For which vehicle was that? Blue Dukes.
You like a writer or something? What's with all these notebooks, sir?
Oh yeah, go on Slack's what I wrote for him actually.
Slacks, okay. Yeah, one of these is James, and I guess that's you, right? Your journal. The other one says Bondi till I die. What's that mean?
Yeah, you can read the James one if you want.
A James one. Okay, let's see.
I think someone gave it to me. Yeah, it's just an artwork.
Let's see what it says. Dear Book, in a small town nestled between rolling hills and babbling brooks, there lived a man named Erwin Dundee. Oh, this is like fan fiction for Dundee. Nice.
Oh no. I didn't.
Oh,
that wasn't the book I told you to
big
get.
fan, huh?
I didn't write that shit. I'm not a writer. You know I'm dumb, right? You know I'm dumb.
You must be a big fan.
No, I didn't write that. I promise.
Yeah, all right.
I found it in a bush, brother.
All right, your possessions have been seized, sir. You how you doing? You hungry at all, sir?
No, I'm alright.
All right, I'm gonna loosen your cuffs through the slot here. Reveal his face whale, get him off completely.
Kaiba.
All right, Mr. Kelly, we'll be right with you with your charges in a moment, okay? Thank you, sir. Units from the BBMC situation. Let's 25 in the center here and discuss. Okay. Unfortunately. All right, so unfortunately, if he only had the money orders and he did not have wash cash, the best we can do is charge him with the joyriding, reckless evading, resisting arrest, and possession of contraband, because they are marked for police seizure. We would like to be able to charge them with money laundering. However, unless we have the wash cash and the money order, we're not in a position to articulate that. Because although we know that's likely what they were doing, we have the suspicious activity call, his plate was, called out, all that kind of stuff, right? We could not articulate it in court to prove it. We don't have enough to say definitively that he actually exchanged the wash cash for the money orders, because it very easily could have been someone else doing it, and he was just, driving the car with the last little bit of money for whatever God knows reason, right? So unfortunately, it's just going to be reckless evading, resisting, joyriding, and the possession of contraband. We will seize the money order, but that's the best we can do. And then as far as James Kelly, he's going to get felony obstruction, reckless evading, and resisting. All we can do.
Gotcha.
James Kelly.
I'm kind of mad that they screwed us over on the money order thing, but it is what it is.
Look, at the end of the day, I've talked to a lot of them. It's not so much us they're worried about. They're worried about getting robbed. So what these guys do is they will depot every so often, or even do this in a convoy.
Yep.
So that they can't lose the maximum, basically, which makes sense. You know, I get it. Best we can do is get ahead of these calls earlier. If we catch them earlier, then either they're going to have all the wash cash, right, and they haven't handed anything off, or we might be able to stake out and see them make a handoff to the personally owned car, right, the depot car. And in that case, we'll be in a position to go after the personally owned car, which will have, you know, everything. So it's just, you know, we can do better, and it is what it is. Only obstruction. Reckless evading. Resisting. All right, I'm gonna go process Kelly. Thanks, everybody. Good scene.
Yep, I'm gonna process Kaiba. Right? Yeah, Kaiba.
Okay, so Coyote, we have Mr. Kelly here.
Oh, are they brothers?
Huh? Oh no, they're in a gang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Mr. Kelly here was, as you remember, the driver of the blue interference vehicle. He picked up Mr. Kaiba and then recklessly evaded from us, as well as ran on foot and resisted us, which, remember, was you telling him you were going to tase him in the, what did you say, the culo?
In the culo, you see in his ass.
Yeah, nice. Okay. So he intentionally interfered in our chase of Mr. Kaiba as the felony obstruction. He recklessly evaded in the manner he drove away from us in the blue muscle car, and he resisted arrest by running on foot. So, Mr. Kelly, those are going to be the total of your charges. I have not seized any of your possessions except for the ID that does not belong to you. You will be receiving
death penalty.
Yes, death penalty.
Kidding.
The only thing we are doing, oh, Mr. Kelly, that's not good.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what is it, cunt?
Well, sir,
Have a warrant.
No, I don't.
why do you have 32 points on your license?
Okay. I don't know how the points work actually. Maybe because all the reckless evading.
Let's see, James Kelly.
Yeah, it's an admin error.
Yeah, let's see
clearly.
here. Ooh, yeah.
Alleged.
Yeah. So,
I wasn't
unfortunately,
driving that vehicle though. I wasn't driving. I was just
the blue one you were driving, sir.
No, I wasn't. There was a driver. You missed him.
Well, Mr. Kelly, unfortunately for you, I am revoking your driver's license as you are over 20. It was Rick Rose. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
32 points. So, Mr. Kelly, I am formally informing you at this time that your driver's license has been revoked until your points fall below 20. 20 is the cap. Currently, you are at 32. They do fall off. I think it's either 2 weeks or 30 days, somewhere in that range.
My license already was revoked.
Yeah, as a field.
Correct. I just, formally removed it from your profile and everything. So you will need to contact a county clerk to get that reissued when your points are below 20. In addition, that is going to mean that today you were driving on a suspended or revoked license. Suspended.
To get my license back, do I have to get my ID back as well?
Say that again. Sorry.
To get my license back, do I have to get my ID back as well?
They may ask you to prove who you are, but you can get a replacement ID from City Hall for, I believe, $50.
I'm doing that.
Okay. So you are currently facing the 3 charges I already read to you. In addition, operating a motor vehicle on a suspended or revoked license. Your total is 58 months in Bolingbrook, $3,113 fine, and 6 points on your license on top of the 32. How do you plead to those charges, sir?
Not guilty.
So Coyote, just something we always ask because it is protocol, but for reference, the BBMC as they were do not ever plead guilty, from my experience anyway.
Why?
Point of principle, I guess. I mean, you could ask him. I couldn't speak for him, but that's the way I understand it.
Okay.
So you can't fuck us in court later. So
You
little prick Can't take us to court and say, hey, this motherfucker pled guilty. He killed my dog. I want a fucking new dog. The dog was a fucking teacup poodle and it cost 20 grand, and then I got to fucking pay for it.
See, but you're still going to jail. You did it.
Yeah, but now I'm not going to court, and they can't, you know, it's going to be harder for them to prove that I owe them shit.
Is that really how it works?
Well,
Yes.
they're making
This
us
is
do
America.
our job, right, Coyote? So, you know, let's say you were like a lazy bad cop and you didn't write your reports, you didn't file your evidence, you didn't document the cars properly and all that. You know, what if they came up later and they appealed and they said, this is bullshit, I wasn't there, you can't prove it. And then you go to court and the report doesn't have any evidence, there's no proof of the car being tampered with or whatever, right? All these different issues. So,
interesting.
you know, they could contest it because they pled not guilty, right?
He's like a Karen, version of a gangster.
Well, that would be one way to put it, Coyote, and we'll discuss that later. Mr. Kelly, any other questions, comments, concerns before I send you up to Bolingbrook?